This is the all-new Shadow Systems DR920L, and just what the fans of a Glock 34 have been asking for. Let's run this DR920L through the paces, break through those 200 rounds, and we'll do a full review inside. Having shot nearly 200 rounds now through this DR920L, one thing I can tell you for sure is this shoots flat, and it shoots just like a Glock 34 we've all been accustomed to. However, the upgrades that Shadow Systems puts on their pistols really shine through on this. And this thing shoots nearly as flat as their DR920P. And in my opinion, this thing right here is absolutely lights out and could be a game changer for competition and law enforcement. With Shadow Systems pistols, people are always concerned whether or not they're going to run with Glock magazines. I'm here to tell you that this DR920L 100% runs with Glock magazines. I have three 19X mags, meaning they are 17 rounds plus 2. So you got 19 rounders. They're functioning flawlessly out of this, but don't just take my word for it. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to do a couple of reload drills for the DR920L. Magwell and everything on there really is nice with this pistol in general, and especially when you compare it with these 19X mags with a little larger base pad, it's very easy to get those reloads through. And especially even in colder weather, it makes it tough, but this assists you. After completing a 200 round break-in period, I'm happy to present you the DR920L, Shadow Systems' newest offering and a flat-out awesome pistol. This pistol accomplishes a lot of things that other pistols cannot. Namely, it has everything that you would do to a Glock 34 pistol except better. The grip textures are better because you have the module that they use on here. The trigger is better. It's already upgraded with Shadow Systems aluminum trigger shoe on here that is somewhat flat-faced. It breaks really nice and really crisply on here. And then you have nice slide serrations on this Elite model like this, where you also have a lightning cut here on the slide. And then you have a titanium nitride coated barrel on here, which looks absolutely fantastic. With the barrel and full setup on here, this pistol is still very lightweight, which is a lot of what the Shadow Systems pistols are known for. If you're not familiar with the Glock 34 pistol in general, the 34 had a lightning cut along the top of the slide. I think Shadow Systems was able to accomplish what the 34 had by taking the lightning cut here on the sides of each pistol and also taking out these slide serrations, which offer awesome areas to get a good purchase on the slide for doing press checks or really racking the slide or however somebody just chooses to manipulate the slide. They have nice night vision sights on here. With the night vision sights, you have a green, or let's say neon green front dot on here, blacked out rear. This is a very nice sighting system that accomplishes whether it be for competition shooting or also self-defense or law enforcement type usage. For straight competition, I probably would prefer something like a fiber optic front sight, but this one can accomplish both things on there, and it's got a nice sight picture with this very long sight radius, which is where this size pistol and this long slide model like this actually shines. It makes it very, very nice when you're doing target transitions. It makes your follow-up shots feel like they're almost a little bit flatter. In addition to that, when you're not shooting with a red dot on here, throughout testing and shooting this pistol, I did it without a red dot because I really wanted to appreciate the long slide radius, or the sight radius on here being longer. And so when you're shooting it, you get that there's not as much sway as you would normally see with a shorter pistol. And so you also can be a little bit more accurate. And it just shoots really, really nice. This pistol, what I'll say in comparison to shooting, like say a DR920 and this, is that it shoots flatter, okay? I don't know that I could say that it shoots faster or anything like that, but I noticed it shoots flatter, and it's also a little bit more of like a refined, let's say, as how the pistol tracks, how it comes back down on target after your recoil goes through. And when that happens, it's not so much of a snap, it's more like a slower, drawn out, where it settles in, your sights return back to where you had your, let's say, your grip, your stance, everything was aligned. It returns right back to where you want it to every single shot. And it just feels really nice in that respect. This pistol, truly impressed with how it shot. I shot a Glock 34 and a 35 for a very long time through some 3-gun competitions. I shot probably close to 10 to 12,000 rounds through that pistol when I had it. And this pistol shoots better than that. Now that pistol I changed the slide release on it, I changed the trigger, I put a magwell on it, I put a different magazine release on there, changed the sights, and that didn't have a red dot at the time because really red dots weren't popular, and if they were, they really only used in your open class stuff. So this pistol encompasses everything you want. If you want to throw a red dot on here, you can. The optic system that Shadow Systems uses is really second to none. It's quite possibly one of the best on the market. It can take nearly every optic you could ever want to put on this pistol itself, and it mounts really, really nicely. Now with these pistols, you'll notice is that with the DR920 and the DR920L, is that obviously it's quite a bit longer. With that being said, it's not all that much heavier because they did do a little bit of lightening here on the bottom and cut it out to make it a little bit lighter. It uses the same length guide rod on there. Obviously barrel's longer, but overall the pistol is not much heavier than your DR920. And you're getting a longer barrel, which you can also get some better accuracies. And obviously again, that sight radius is increased. And again, too, on recoil, how it returns back to where you want it to be before you fire your next shot is a little bit smoother than what I've noticed on the DR920 or even the MR920. The DR920L does come with 2 Magpul PMag magazines, 17 rounders. I have used the Glock branded magazines very extensively through this pistol. I've shot it quite a bit using them. These ones are the 19X 19 round magazines. I've used them in my DR920 a lot, and I used it a lot in this pistol. I shot probably close to 200 rounds through these magazines with no issues. About 200 rounds through these magazines with no issues. And I also have some 27 round Magpul stick mags I used through this with no issues. This pistol in total, I probably shot close to about 500 rounds. Today, it shoots really, really fantastic. I really can't help but love shooting this pistol. I obviously love shooting my DR920. I like the Glock 34 platform a lot and shooting it. However, what I can tell you guys is if you're going out to the store and you're dead set that you want a Glock pistol and you're deciding, this is the design I want, this is what I like in my hand, this is what shoots best for me, I would highly recommend completely skipping over anything Glock makes and buying a Shadow Systems. It's made in America. They're well made. They have a wonderful track record. Their customer service is absolutely fantastic. The folks that work there are really great people. And on top of that, their pistols come with everything you would ever want to do to a Glock pistol already from the factory and ready to go. Absolutely nothing is needed on this pistol to make it shoot well or make it shoot better than what a stock pistol would need. You don't need to replace the trigger. You don't need to replace the sights. It has a good optics cut. It has a wonderful grip. It has an awesome texture in the beaver tail. It has a magwell that comes on it. You can change the back straps on here to adjust your point of aim. And then the trigger, everything, just a really sweet pistol. So what I want you guys to do is get out to the range, train, pick a pistol that works best for you, but most importantly, follow along next time.